Hello, and welcome to this review of the Somerhart Trilogy historical romance book series by Victoria Dahl. I'm Olivia, your new favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot, and you're watching Random Olive Reads. First up in the series is To Tempt a Scotsman. We have Lady Alexandra, who has been thoroughly ruined and is hiding away at her Duke brother's estate. She happened to have been the cause of a duel of honor that left Colin Blackburn's brother dead and her own lover fleeing the country. Now, Colin has come to seek information on her wayward lover so that he can exact revenge for his brother's death. Of course, when Colin actually meets Alex, he is stunned to find she is not exactly as she was rumored to be. There is a push and pull of attraction between them and multiple, somewhat clandestine meetings. We eventually do see Colin go from an upstanding and honorable type of guy to an insanely jealous beast of a man, which seemed like a pretty quick turn of personality there to me, but hey, whatever works, right? And by the way, Alex's past lover is trying to swindle her out of money. The second book in the series is A Rake's Guide to Pleasure. We have Emma, who is an orphan who is posing as a widowed baroness to gamble her way through London a little bit before the typical season begins. She's trying to save up enough money to escape to a seaside cottage and then support herself and support her maid, who she rescued from that person's abusive husband. Now, with her scandalous gambling, she has caught the attention of Hart, who is a stern and serious duke with a history of debauched behavior. Now, Hart is the brother of Lady Alex from the previous book. So he insists that she will become his mistress, but she's hesitant and shy, and he just doesn't understand why because she's a widow, so she knows what's going on, right? Most of this book is a lot of chasing each other and bickering, and it mostly seems like Hart is an unnecessary distraction from Emma's real goals of saving enough money and getting out of Dodge. He does ultimately sort of redeem himself, but it's a pretty long and humbling road for him. The third and final book of the series is One Week as Lovers. We have Lord Lancaster, who was not quite one of Emma's suitors in the previous book, but he's a really good friend. He's pretty much just as impoverished as Emma is, so he was trying to marry an heiress or someone rich. So at the beginning of this book, he catches his wealthy fiance with another man at a ball but knows that he is stuck marrying her anyways. When he goes home and he gets a letter that his childhood friend Cynthia had died, he rushes back to his childhood hometown to pay his respects. Of course, when he gets there, he finds out that she's not dead after all, but she faked her death to escape an arranged marriage to a cruel and horrible suitor. Lancaster is busy fighting his own demons. He has a sort of a tragic history. He had a very happy childhood, but somehow along the way it turned into something darker and he is feeling guilty about his darker desires and things like that. So he is trying very hard to resist his attraction for Cynthia. That doesn't last very long though, because they have teamed up to try to find some buried treasure inside the caves on the cliffs of Lancaster's estate, hoping that they'll both be able to free themselves of their precarious financial situation. Overall, this series has a high degree of angst and heartbreak, with a couple of our heroines put in life threatening situations. It was an enjoyable read, and it was nice to see the men in the stories learn some humility along the way to try to win over their partner. Thank you so much for watching this video. Links to all the books I talked about are in the description box. Like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram at Random Olive.